Hello everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be making meal prep for my pregnancy meals. We're in the 36-week pregnant mark. Whenever you see this video, I don't know where we're going to be, but this was filmed at 36 weeks. And so I was just going to show you some meal prep that I'm going to do. Previously in my first pregnancy, almost 5 years ago, I guess, I did like 3 different casseroles. My second pregnancy, I don't remember making anything. I might have made like one casserole or something to put in the freezer. But this time around, I'm going to make like crock pot meals, just kind of dump and go, because my mental state might be in I don't want to do any prep work for the day. Let's just throw it in, maybe put a pot of rice, call it a day. I will say we have been blessed in the previous 2 pregnancies that we've had a meal train from family and friends. So that has been a great thing. When my second daughter was born, she was born in November. So it was kind of the beginning of all the holidays. So Thanksgiving, Christmas. So all that was like a blur. And obviously we were just going with family and eating with them. So it made life a little bit easier there, which was great. But this time around, I want to just have some meals available. So we'll have extras for whenever. And they're going to be in the freezer, so they'll be good for several months. So it'll be okay. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first one we're going to start with is enchiladas. I already pre-cut up a rotisserie chicken. And I'm just going to throw all the ingredients in here. So essentially, it is one chicken that we bought at Publix. The mojo chicken was on sale, so I went for that one. And then I'm going to be using 2 cans. The first one is going to be the Rotel's mild diced tomatoes and green chilies. And then this is the Old El Paso red enchilada sauce that will be included on there. I've got these guys, you can have whatever you want. And then you're going to want to have some sour cream, and then we do have some cheese that we're going to throw in there also. So it's going to be a very mild flavor, only because I don't know what my pregnancy tastes are going to be. So we're going to go kind of mild. So we're going to start with the mixture here. We're going to add some cheese. All of this is kind of eyeball. I don't have a set. It's kind of like whatever I like, really. I am going to drain it. I do not want all the juices in here. I just want the actual material. Here we go. There might be some liquid left over, but it's not going to be like everything. So we're going to get some sour cream to mix it all in. Some enchilada recipes might have some rice, but I did not want to throw rice in there, so we're not going to do that. If we really wanted rice, we'll just make a pot of it and do that. So, all right, we're going to start with about half. So this is an 8-ounce container, so I'm just going to use 4 ounces of it. And not to go overboard. My husband's not a huge fan of sour cream, so again, doing the mixture according to what my family likes. If you want to include other things, you can. Other things could be seasoning. I'm not going to include seasoning since the chicken already is marinated from before, so I'm not going to add anything extra to it. If you had fresh cilantro, you could probably add that in here. That might make it really yummy and fresh, but I did not have that. So if anything, if we have the cilantro at that time, we will go ahead and add that on top. The next thing we're doing is adding the enchilada sauce. So we're going to pour some on the bottom, just like this, just so that there's some on the bottom. And now we're just going to go ahead and fill it up a little bit. So this does have a lot of chicken on it. We're going to spread this out like so. And we're going to roll it up like that. And then I'm going to do it seam side down into here. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pour the rest of the red sauce on top like this. The rest of the can. You can hear my girls in the back acting like dogs. All good. And then we're going to put a little bit of cheese on top, and then we're going to cover it up. As you know, cheese is always good. So we're going to go ahead and freeze this like this. We're going to put here red chicken enchiladas. And then we can put bake, say 350, or I don't know how long it would be. I'll get back to the timing on that. But essentially, red chicken enchiladas are here. But date prepared was 7, 7, 25. So that is one. So this next one, we are using Old El Paso green chili sauce, enchilada sauce. We're also going to be adding black beans into the mixture. We have half of this left over, so we're going to drain the can. We're going to throw that in. So we're going to pour half of it on the bottom, like that. And then, the reason why I'm calling it the green machine over here is because I have green tortillas. I figured with this would be nice. And this is the green chicken enchiladas. This one might be more of a burrito, which is fine. So here we're just adding the cheese. There's no sauce on at all, so this is more like a burrito taquitos. This is going to be 4. So what I ended up doing with the leftover chicken, and I had like 3 of these left, I just made quesadillas. Look how simple that is. So the quesadillas are inside with the material, so I'm going to add a little bit more cheese just to make it more quesadilla-like. And if it overflows, that's okay. And then whenever we're ready for it, we can defrost it and we can put it in the oven, or we can bake them on top. All right, so now we're prepping our next thing. I believe I did this in my previous video, but I'll just show you a quick screenshot of it, or quick rundown. So we're gonna roast it at 350. I placed peppers, tomatoes, onions, and garlic, olive oil, salt, and pepper, and we're gonna place this in the oven until it gets nice and caramelized, and then we'll make a sauce out of it. All right, so here we went ahead and labeled them. Again, today's date, what it is, and then just brief directions. So this one's crock pot, thaw overnight, put it on low. Again, all these are going to be the crock pot. So the next one I have is an Indian chopped chicken and rice, Alfredo chicken and broccoli, Indian chicken thighs and sweet potato, honey garlic chicken, and then this one is a baked one. So we're going to have another baked one. Oops, turn it upside down. This one is a chicken rice casserole, and then that one's baked 375, defrost overnight. So all these are going to be defrost overnight, and then again, some of them will have directions like make pot of rice with it. So self-explanatory. The pasta one, make pasta. That way it's, we know what to do. So far, the first one I've made, this one is going to be kind of like the honey garlic. So it has honey. We did Worcestershire. It's supposed to be soy sauce, but I have Worcestershire, whatever you want to call it. Tomato, ketchup, 3 cloves of garlic, carrots, and some basil. So that's going to be set to the side until we put the chicken in. So the first thing we're going to add to this one, we're going to use, this is from Target. This is the Indian style sweet potato curry vegetable blend. So now we're just adding in this frozen stuff. Then we also have the Greek yogurt. I'm putting in about 4 heaping tablespoons of it. That way it can marinate together with the chicken. Adding some onions. Adding some garlic that is minced. And then adding some garam masala, some curry, and turmeric. Then we set that aside. Next, we're making the stir fry blend. So we're going to pour this, the contents of these frozen veggies in here. Then we're going to add 2 of the teaspoons of the crushed ginger. We're adding some coconut aminos because I do not have the soy sauce, so we're using this instead. Some garlic. And then a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. This next one, we're going to use some Italian Alfredo sauce. So we're going to add 1 whole jar to the contents here. We're also going to place some frozen broccoli. This one, we have thighs are going to go in here. We have the sweet potatoes cut up. I added some preserves of mango peach. Onions are at the bottom. I did the seasoning, so we're going to mix it up together and then put the chicken on top. We are making now the chicken rice casserole. So I washed 1 cup of rice already, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, and I am going to throw in a little bit of garlic too, just because that's what we enjoy. So some garlic powder. And then we're going to take a cream of chicken and mushroom soup, and we're going to pour that in, and then using that same cup, I'm going to take, fill it up with water, pour it in as well.
Add some cheese. Add some broccoli. And then we're just going to mix it all together. And then eventually I'm going to line the broccoli around on the edges to make kind of like a frame of broccoli so that the chicken can sit inside of it. Finally, we're going to go ahead and place the chicken inside the bags. The casserole is going to go inside a Ziploc bag as well. And then I noticed here when I made the Alfredo chicken, I figured I needed to add more. So I added one more jar of the Alfredo sauce. And here they are. They're all completed, all mixed together. And we're going to freeze them flat. That way it makes it easier to go ahead and defrost them.
Today is day 2 of meal prepping for baby. So today is going to be the ground beef, like the pasta aspect of it. So we're going to go ahead and brown some, or cook the ground beef. I'm going to cook the pasta, and then I'm going to assemble it all together like a baked ziti. I did the sauce yesterday, blended it up, and so today we're going to pour that into the pasta, put it to freeze, and that'll be, I guess, all the meals that I'm going to make for baby number 3. So let's follow along. So I did a combination of pasta, added it in here. Next, I'm going to take the ground beef and add in the sauce. This is the roasted pepper with tomato sauce that I made. So we're just going to mix this up. Yeah, we're going to add a little bit more. This needs more sauce for sure. So it does have some oil in it from the sauce as well as the meat itself, but that's okay. Here's the completed one. This one has ricotta mixed in, the cheese spread on top. This one is a smaller one. This one does not have ricotta in it, but again, you can pick and choose obviously which one you want. This one will probably be a 2-person, 3-person meal. This one's more of a larger one. So we're going to go ahead and cover this up with aluminum foil. This one will go in a Ziploc bag. This one obviously won't fit, so I'm going to wrap with foil, put clear plastic on top of that, and then put that to freeze.